would be connections. Like like when people say, "Oh, your network is your network," like I feel like people that just flies over their head. But it really is like all the rooms and spaces that I've been in is because of who I know or just me talking to people. Like it can be as simple as just DMing somebody on.
Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in today for the Prophets to the People podcast. Today, I have with me Miss Sydnee Harris-Ratliff.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in and joining me today. And so, this is my niece, if y'all didn't know.
Hey
Uh,
y'all.
so, I just wanted to bring her on, just talk about some of the stuff that she's been doing. So, she's a young person, she's just been involved in a lot of great things right now. So, I just want to bring her on, talk to her about that. And then I know it's a lot of other young people out there doing a lot of great things too. And I know she's out there connected with them. And then there's a lot of people, like I said, just doing a lot of great things out here. But I just want to bring her in because, the program is just about educating, talking to people about different industries, different fields. And so she's a young person. And so she's been an entrepreneur for a while, right? She's been
Yeah.
just doing some business things for a little while. So I just wanted to sit down and talk with her and just see, why she got into what she got into, and then just talk about some of the things that she's, doing now. And so, Sydnee, I know, like I said, you started a business. How old was you when you started your first business?
Um, I feel like I first started getting interested in entrepreneurship when I see my brother selling jeans in
Mm-hmm.
high school,
Yeah.
but I wasn't selling anything until probably around sixth grade when I sold fruit snacks. So I had my
Okay.
grandma go buy me fruit snacks from Aldi's, and then
Mm-hmm.
I would sell it for 50 cents during break at school. And then from there, I started my dessert business where I was like making treats and brownies, chocolate covered strawberries. And that's what I'm still doing now in college.
Yeah. So that's what you have your business now, Silky Treats,
Yes,
correct?
Silky Treats.
Yeah. So she's online. Y'all can check her out at Silky Treats. And so her brother Rondell, you said he was selling jeans and stuff
Yes,
in
he used to
school.
sell jeans in high school, but now he's a barber. So he's still an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah. And so, like, who encouraged y'all to do that? Like, was it your mom, your dad, grandma, grandpa? Who encouraged y'all to go to school and sell stuff?
Well, I can't speak for my brother, but me, I just wanted some extra money.
Oh
So
yeah,
I wouldn't say nobody encouraged me. It was just
you just seen
I
him
couldn't
making
get a
money.
job.
Yes.
I'm too young to work at McDonald's, so how am I gonna make some money?
So, did you ever work at McDonald's or any fast food restaurants or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah. My first job was at Hawaiian Bros, but I did quit the first week. They had me washing dishes, and that just wasn't my thing, so I quit.
Yeah, we remember that.
Yeah,
But when they first, well, not just you quit, but we remember going to Hawaiian Bros because they was giving out that free food.
yeah.
So everybody knows when Hawaiian Bros opened up, they was giving out those free meals. So I
Yeah,
think
we
they
love
did
a
that
good
for
free
like a
meal.
week.
We love a good free meal.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
was coming up there like every day. I think for the
yeah. I
for the
had
week
the
that they was giving them out.
Yeah, I had the free meal vouchers.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
think we got a couple from you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we went up there and we was getting that free food. And so you said you worked at Hawaiian Bros for a week.
Yeah.
You didn't want to wash the dishes.
No.
Did you do anything else after that? Like as far as at a
Um,
job?
I worked at Ruby Jean's Juicery. Shout out them. I love that job. I stayed
Yes.
there for probably about a year.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
good.
it's a black owned juicery here in Kansas City, and they make a lot of like healthy foods. They have juices, smoothies, and like other food items. But it's a great place. So I worked there too.
Oh, okay, cool. So you worked at a job, and then as far as like when the Silky Treats were, as far as where you made that like your official business compared to you maybe working at another fast food restaurant or restaurant or something like that. When did that set in for you? Like, I want to keep doing this, like even to where you're doing it now.
What do
Where
you
you
mean?
haven't stopped. Like you said you was
Like,
working
why
at.
do I keep
Yeah,
like
why are you
keep it going?
continuing to pursue that?
Well, I just enjoy baking. I enjoy like when I make something and then seeing people's reactions. Like I really enjoy doing that, but I still want to work a normal job. I believe that like people should work a corporate job and like use that money to put into their entrepreneurship until they can retire fully. But I want to do both. So
Okay. So you saying so you don't want to do like the baking full time or something like
um not just myself. I mean, there's things I've thought about for scaling.
that? Yes.
So of course, like I want to have a full business where like I'm the CEO of it and that's my main source of income, but that's no time soon. So
Yeah. So I hear what you're saying. So you just want to work at the corporate job, but then use those finances, and then the Silky Treats is like the side hustle.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's cool. And so that's what we talk about too. Is just like some people can start businesses, and do it full time, but then some people have businesses and may do them part time on the side, things like that. And so I know you're in school now. What school do you go to
I go
now?
to North Carolina A&T, so NCAT for short.
All right. So you're in North Carolina. So what made you go out there?
It's far away
Oh yeah.
and scholarship, so free tuition. So yeah.
So you wanted to get away from Kansas City? Is that what it was?
Um, I'm not the biggest fan of Kansas City, so
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So how's it out there in North Carolina? I haven't been there myself, but I heard it's real nice.
It's a college town, so I stay in Greensboro. I would say Charlotte is a lot more fun and it's young, but like Greensboro is a college town. There's a lot of college students there, so
So what made you pick that school though? Like from any other
it's
school?
it's very weird because I seen this video on TikTok and they had yellow steps at A&T, which my high school they had yellow steps as well, and I was like, okay, that's really cool. So then I started like doing research on it, and they have a really good like business school and a good honors program. So I applied for all of those things, just hoping I would probably get something. I didn't really plan on going to North Carolina A&T. It just kind of happened. But when I did my tour and I started to meet people, like it felt right. And then when I got my full ride scholarship, I mean, it was meant to be. So
Yes. So what high school did you go to then?
I went to Kaufman, the
Kaufman.
Ewing Marion Kaufman School. So I've been going there since fifth grade all the way until I graduated high school.
Yeah. So how was your experience there though? Like as far as like because it sounded like you said you got some scholarships and things like that. So it sounded
Yeah.
like it helped you as far as where you were aspiring to do something greater with yourself. You was able to get grants for school. So what was there that caused you to want to continue to like grow in education and as far as wanting to excel in life from
Um,
your experiences there at Kaufman.
okay, let's start with Kaufman. Kaufman was interesting. It's not meant for everybody. I'm going to say that. It's a very disciplined school. Fifth grade through like seventh grade is very strict. They have you walking in halls, so like lines and like slants, so like you have to sit up straight in class. So it's a very interesting concept. Not sure if I would recommend that for everybody, but
So it gave you structure, even though you
yeah,
didn't like it, but it gave you structure.
I
Somewhat.
guess
You didn't see the
I,
point in it at the time.
I still don't see the
You
point
still
in it.
don't. Oh,
No.
okay.
But I say high school was good. The teachers care, so high school was better. The teachers cared. They were very invested in us, and still to this day, I have connections there that I still talk to my teachers. So it was a better experience.
So as far as academically, they challenge y'all. They didn't
I will say
allow
that
y'all
they
to
put us
slouch off and all that.
they gave us a great opportunity by pushing us all into AP classes because all schools don't do that. A lot of times you have to put yourself into AP and honor classes, but because they did put all of their students into either an honors class or an AP class, that did give me a leg up from most people when it came to applying for colleges.
Yeah, that's good. So like, I know you said you got some scholarships. So how did you get a scholarship for college?
Um, well, really, for my scholarship, well, the way it works at my school, since I applied for honors, I did early decision at North Carolina A&T. So I applied for honors. I did early decision, so meaning I applied for college earlier than everyone else. So I applied probably like in October, maybe I think, and once I got accepted into the honors program, then they have all the honor students come out for a weekend and you do interviews that whole weekend. So you interview for probably about 5 different scholarships. And then because I'm in the business program and my major is in the business school, they reach out to the honors students who are in business and then you do an interview for them. So my scholarship is a little bit different just because it's specifically for my major.
So you had to do some interviews and stuff like you had to
Yeah.
apply for.
So I applied for honors and then I did interviews at my school.
So
Yeah.
then once you did the interview, I guess once they felt like you were qualified, then they give you some money for school, or did your grades have to play a part in it?
Well, even now, the grades still play a part in it because you sign a contract. So your grades have to be a certain level each semester. You have to have like a 3.5 every semester.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do like Toastmasters, which is like a speaking etiquette thing for your freshman year. You have to do community service like 10 hours every semester. So it's a lot of different things that you have to do just to maintain the scholarship. But in terms of like getting the scholarship, it was mainly like grade focus. And then they wanted to know like, even after you graduate, how are you going to be involved in your community? Because my school is very community based and they're all about community service. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So now you're in college. What are you going to college for?
Marketing.
Marketing. All right.
Yeah.
So how do you like that so far?
It's pretty good. Um, I like learning about marketing specifically because I have a business, so I have to do a lot of marketing for my business. But I'm actually I've been focused more on finance. So this summer I had an internship at the American Investment Council, and I've been doing research for private equity. So that's more finance based, has nothing to do with marketing, but I do like my major. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I learned. Like I like marketing too, but I realized like sales and marketing is different. So I used to think like um, sales was and marketing was the same, but I realized like marketing, it's more so the ads, drawing the people in to the product services that you have. But then you have the sales force, the people that talk to the people directly. So I see like how it can be two different things, and so now I realize like now social media is real big and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah.
a big thing people have to learn, as far as social media. If you want to market on social media, or you have the companies that market on TV, all that different stuff. So like that was something I really gravitated to, in college and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to learn the social media stuff. I know you're real good at that. So how have you seen that help, your business,
Social media.
social media?
Yeah. I would say social media is really good because when I first started my business, I posted on Snapchat, and like that's kind of how I grew it at school, grew my business at school because people see my Snapchat posts.
Mm-hmm.
But now I haven't. Well, I do use social media. I post on like Instagram mainly for my business, which has been helpful. Just keeping people updated on what I'm doing and like what I'm selling. But I would say personally too, like being on TikTok, it's just fun because you get to interact with different people from all over the world and like you're just making more connections. But it's also an opportunity to get paid as well. So yeah.
Yeah. So like when you were marketing, that was getting attention to your products, like you said at school. So like before that, like was you going up to people directly,
I
or was
still
you
do
just?
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So
still
yeah,
do
that's
that.
another thing. Like sometimes you have to have that courage to go up to people and talk. Like some people are
Yeah.
shy. They want to sell something, like they got a product or service, but they don't want to talk to nobody.
Well, scared money don't make money.
So
So
there you
you
go.
can't be an entrepreneur and be scared. I feel like being an entrepreneur is probably one of the hardest jobs to have because like when you're working a normal 9 to 5 job, like you're going to get a paycheck. But when you're an entrepreneur, you don't know when the paycheck is going to hit and you have to be like the biggest spokesperson for your business and whatever product that you're selling because like nobody really cares about what you're selling unless you make them care. So
Yeah, so that's what I was saying as far as like the marketing and the sales. Like you got the people that are behind the scenes creating the ads, but
Yeah.
then you got the person that got to go and talk to the people directly, you know.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't like doing that part, the sales. I got to go talk to people. I don't want to do that, you know. But like you said, if you're a business owner or you're trying to start a business, you got to learn how to deal with people.
Yeah.
And basically, that's what this, you know, podcast is about as well. Just being able to connect with others in our very own communities. Because a lot of times we don't even want to talk to people we already know, you know, that's already doing
Yeah.
something, and we're like, what are they doing, you know, to get to where they at? But all we have to do is, you know, communicate, talk.
Yeah. I mean, I think you'd be really surprised about like the people you live amongst, especially like your neighbors. I feel like back in the day, everybody knew their neighbors, they were friends with each other. But like now, you don't know who's living next to you. You don't know what they do, and they could be like the smartest person on the block. So I really like what you're doing.
Yeah, because like now you're in college, like you said, you wanted to get away. You don't know anybody. You didn't know anybody else there before you went, right?
No, I didn't.
So you went far away. Was you trying to get away from somebody like your mama, your guardian?
No.
Who was you trying to get away from?
I mean,
Was you trying to get away
I
from
don't
us?
think it's necessarily getting away from anybody. I think it's creating more opportunity because,
Yeah, just doing
like,
something different,
yeah,
different
I feel
level.
like staying in Kansas City, there's not. I'm not gonna say there's not nothing for me here. Like my family's here, of course, but
Yes.
like when it comes to job wise, like I don't want to work here. I don't want to live here. So why am I staying here? And then too, it's like I've been in this environment since I was born. So
Yes.
why would I stay here?
So, I mean, what's giving you that adventure? You know, like what made you want to, like growing up, did you travel? Like, you know, who put that in you to, as far as when to say, let me step out, let me do something different? You know, where does that come from? Like, was it just watching TV, you know, or what kind of
Um,
influences, you know?
well, I've always enjoyed traveling. Like when I was little, I would go to different places, never out the country. Like my first time being out the country was my freshman year, and I went with my school. But I think just wanting more for yourself is, I don't think it's like a specific thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy being in places that I've never been in. I enjoy being around people I've never met before and being in familiar in weird spaces just because there's so much to learn there opposed to like being comfortable. It's just
Yes.
like it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, because that's another challenge, like you said, just to be able to get out of your comfort zone, you know,
Yeah.
and do something different. Like, so you said you've been out the country. So where have you been?
So far I've been to Panama. That was my first trip out the country. And I did all of these trips I've done with my school except for one. And then I went to Italy, and that was an interesting experience just because it wasn't with my school, so it was almost like a solo trip, and I did that for 3 weeks. And then where else did I? Oh, I just went to Korea. That was a lot of fun. And then my next trip, I'm thinking about Dubai and Brazil. So far that's where I've been.
Yeah, that's a lot of places. But so as far as those places you went to, you said you went for school.
Yeah.
So were y'all there like learning how they do business in their countries, or like y'all were connecting with the
Yeah.
people there?
Yeah, so the trips that I take, because they're through my school, like we learn about the country for half of the semester, and then at the end of the semester, we travel to the country. And like in Korea and Panama, we went to colleges and we got to speak to the students there. We did got to do presentations and just learn more about their culture and like how they learn there and what school looks like for them. But we also looked at their supply chain system just to like learn more about how packages come in and how that relates to America as well.
Yes, yeah, because I know like around the world they do things differently. You know, they don't do
Mhm.
everything like we do. So like that is a good, you know, experience where you're able to see the bigger picture. You know, the international
Yeah.
business. So like, how much longer do you have in school?
Well, I'm a rising junior now, so I have my whole junior year and then senior year, and I'm done.
And then I know you said you're working at Is it investment firm?
Private equity research.
Private
So
equity.
it's not necessarily an investment firm, but they do work with investment firms. That makes sense.
That's an internship you're doing right now. Is that?
I just finished it. Yeah, I just finished
Okay.
it last week. So I just finished that. And that was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from that internship. So,
That's cool. And so once you get done with school, I know you said you want to get into the corporate.
yeah.
So was it going to be with the like, are you looking toward that, or more so, like you said, finance or doing marketing, like the ads and stuff
We'll
like that?
see. We'll see who's offering the most money when
Okay.
I graduate. Right now I just applied for a internship situation. It's like a fellowship, but it turns into an internship with Stryker, which is medical. So I'll be doing marketing if I did do that after school. But then I could go a different route and work for JP Morgan. So I don't know. Right now I
Yeah,
don't know.
just whatever comes along.
Yeah.
So like, so also another thing that happened. So you were in the contest in school, right? In college for like entrepreneurs, young
Okay.
entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
right? What was that called?
It was We Bank, Women of Color Incubator. That's what it was. Yeah.
All right. So it was it like a competition, or was it like?
So it's actually a program. So they go from school to school. I believe they're HBCUs, but I'm not sure. But they go to school to school. Once you get accepted into the program, I believe it's like 10 weeks. They teach you about entrepreneurship. They teach you how to model your business. And this is specifically for women of color. So we learned about entrepreneurship. And then at the end of it, you get to compete. And there's like, I believe, 4 different winners. So my idea that I pitched was protein treats that are specifically for the Black community. So it would be great flavors like sweet potato pie, red velvet, banana pudding, but it's all healthy and it's all protein treats. So once I pitched that, then I won the innovation award, and then I got some funding towards my idea.
Oh, so you won first in that?
It's not really a first, second, or third thing for that. It's just like you win or you
Win some
don't.
money?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the
Yeah.
other people, they didn't win that?
Not for that, no.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, like you said, you put a idea. So did you have to actually make the treats, or was
No.
it just? Oh, okay.
No, it's just talking. So when you get in front of the judges, there's like no notes, there's no slideshow. You just talk. And then the judges, they will ask you some impromptu questions and you go sit down. And that's it.
So I know, you're on social media,
Mhm.
and so like, as far as your page, what are you uh trying to express through your channel,
Yeah.
as far as when you're promoting, your page. Like, I know you got the Silky Treats, and then you have is it your personal page?
Yeah, so on Instagram, I have my business page and then I have my personal page. But on like TikTok and YouTube, it's just one page. But I feel like I post a lot more on TikTok just because there's just more opportunity to grow on TikTok and on YouTube. But on Instagram, it's for funsies. Like on my Instagram, I like to post cute pictures, and then for my business Instagram, then it's just like the treats that I sell. So
Yeah, because that's one thing that I have to get better with is the social media stuff. But like, so as far as your treats, are you able to ship them? Are you just doing them locally right now?
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm actually testing out some new cookie recipes, and then if I get that down right, I can ship cookies. But like my strawberry shortcake, my chocolate covered strawberries, I can't ship those.
Yeah, because they go bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nobody wants hot chocolate covered strawberries in the mail.
yeah. So that's good. So yeah, so like, as far as like the things that you've learned, like to this point, as a young person, and then you're inspiring one, to get into the corporate field, and then two, have your own business too, because you, like you said, you eventually want to have your own, where you're
Mm-hmm.
doing your own thing. You don't have to work for somebody else.
Yeah.
Uh, boy, what has helped you, I guess, to get you to where you're at now, and then the things that you've learn now that you see that's going to help you to keep,
So some
excelling,
advice for the people.
keeping you excelling. Yes.
Okay, some advice.
Some closing remarks for the people.
Okay, I would say the biggest thing would be connections. Like like when people say, "Oh, your network is your net worth," like I feel like people that just flies over their head. But it really is like all the rooms and spaces that I've been in is because of who I know or just me talking to people. Like it can be as simple as just DMing somebody on Instagram and saying, "Hey, I really enjoyed the content that you post or like what you do. I'm inspired by that. How can you help me? Can you be a mentor to me?" Like just having enough humility to be able to say, "I'm not where I want to be at, but you're there and can you help me?" So
So just continuing to be a learner.
Yeah, always been a learner, and then taking opportunities. So like in my email, my school sends me like a lot of opportunities for me to apply to, but you just got to apply for it. You just got to do it, even if it has nothing to do with your major, but it kind of piques your interest. Apply to it because you never know where it's going to lead you.
Yeah. So yeah, just staying open. And so, are you a shy person, or do you feel like you're more outgoing? Or you know
I
how
would
a lot of
say
people say I'm introverted.
it depends. Like when it comes to my business, I have to be extroverted because it's my business and like it's time to make some money. Yes. But when it comes to like day to day life, it depends on the day. Yes. If I haven't eaten, I'm introverted. But if I ate a great meal, worked out,
talking and
I'm ready to talk to everybody. So it depends.
Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people say I'm outgoing and friendly and things like that. Yeah. So like, it's just it's just like stuff you just, I don't know. I guess some people it is natural for, and then some people like you do have to have a motivation behind it. Like, why am I doing this? And so sometimes like what I realize is just be a good individual. Be friendly. Do step out of your comfort zone, like you said.
Yeah, always step out.
Because that's like a lot of the things that I've done is just not stuff I will probably want to do, but I've done it just because I know it was probably better for me. And so, like you said, the key point is just keep learning. Keep learning,
always learning,
developing, and just getting to know different people. So that's why I want to bring you on today, Sydnee. So that way, people can hear, from a younger individual, who's on the rise, who's doing some things, and so that way they can see, like, if a young person can do it, they can do it, even if you're younger, older. We can all inspire one another, learn from each other, and just help build a better community. Because that's what it's all about. And so, Sydnee, I thank you for sitting down with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And I thank y'all for tuning in today. Y'all have a good evening.